All right, so inequalities. So the questions that we've been working on have always been using an equal sign. So equal sign works the same way as these inequalities. It's just that now we're going to use these symbols. What is this symbol called? Less than. So if I write it like this, 5 is read as 5 is less than 8. Similarly, if the arrow goes this way, what is this? Greater than. So this means 15 is greater than 8, which we all know is true. Okay? If we add a line underneath it, then it's greater or equal to or less than or equal to. Okay. So in terms of a number line, we use open circles and solid circle. Open circle meaning less than or greater than. Solid circle mean less than or equal to, greater or equal to. Right, Anjali? Okay. So circle the ones that are true. Is number 1 true? Is number 2 true? No, because it's a negative number. Negative numbers are less than 0. So this is not true. What about this one? This is also not true because both are negative. So that means this is actually the bigger number. This one is closer to 0. This one, not true. Again, negative numbers are always smaller than positive numbers. This one. True, yeah, because 16, because of this line right here. If there's no line, then it's not true. This is equal to, greater or equal to. This one, true. Yep, greater or equal to. Yep, equal to and equal to. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna skip some because I want to make sure we have enough time to get through the example. So, for example, this one, how would I write this? That's a number 2 right there. Okay, so how does it tie into what we've been working on? Is we can use the variable x to represent any number. So in this case, this means any number greater than 2. Okay, so how would I write this one? Any number less than 3. Yep, that's it. This one? Any number greater than a negative 1. Alright. What am I missing here? The 9 underneath because it's a solid circle, so it's greater or equal to. And then this one? Any number that is again, you're missing something? The line, solid circle, so x, any number that's greater or equal to 2. Okay. Right, so similarly, we can draw the number line. So for example, let's draw this one. X is greater than 6. So am I going to do a solid circle or open circle? Open circle. Pointing to the right. Good, because it's greater than. That's it. This one? How would I draw this on the number line? Fill it in. Okay, solid circle. Left or right? Right. Okay. And you can see the direction of where it's pointing. If it's this way, you know that it's this way. It's pointing at the same direction. Okay. X is less than or equal to 3. X is less than or equal to negative 3. So at negative 3, what type of circle am I drawing? Closed circle, solid circle. Yep. And pointing to the left. Excellent. Okay, good job. So now that we know how greater or less than sign works, we're going to apply it to what we learned for the last few days, solving inequality. So is this any different than when we wrote it like this? If I give you this question, do you know how to solve it? Yeah. So now exact same thing, exact same method, how you move things over. It's just that instead of an equal sign, you're going to use this symbol instead. So I move that plus 2 over. So it becomes minus 2. And then I divide that 3 over. And so I have x is less than 1. So you see it's the exact same, right, Mohini and Anjali? All right, second time I had to call on you. Right, okay, let's pay attention. So, exact same thing. It's just that instead of an equal sign, now I'm gonna write the less than or greater than symbol. So in this case, how many answers do I have? When it's an inequality? So if I solve with this, I only have one answer, x equals 1. But if I have an inequality, how many answers do I have? Pedro? Infinite. Because x could be 2, x could be, oh wait, there's a mistake on this. X, oh no, yeah. So x could be 0, x could be negative 5, x could be negative 10, x could be negative 100. So all those numbers satisfy this equation. It makes sense. So whatever number I plug in here, as long as it's less than 1, my result will always be less than 5. Okay. This one though, what's the only difference then? It's, for example, this example. So if treated like an equal sign, what would I do first to solve for x? Yeah, move that 2 over. When I move that plus 2 over, I would subtract 2. Good. So then I get negative 3x is greater or equal to negative 12. What's my next step? Divide by negative 3. Right? Remember, we keep the sign. So we're going to divide it by negative 3. So this is the only part where it's different than an equal sign. What do you notice different from this line to this line? From, yeah, Sophia? The sign changed. How did it change? From greater or equal to, and it changed to less than and equal to. Yes, that's right. That's the only difference from these inequality signs with equal signs, is that when you divide or multiply by a negative number, you have to change the direction of the sign. Right, Annie? Okay. So when you divide it, you divide the same way as usual, and you'll get that x is less than or equal to 4. Like that. So I have this note right here. When you multiply or divide both sides by a negative, you have to change the direction of the inequality sign. Right. So that's the only trick. Okay. So let's do just 2 examples. And then that's it for the lesson. Let me choose. Okay, let's do number 6. Okay, so very little homework tonight. Okay, number 6. I need to solve for x. So what do I write? 5x is greater than negative 15. So solve for x. X. Yeah, Brianna? That's right. All right. I don't change the sign because it's just a positive number. I'm just dividing by a positive. Only when you divide by a negative number. Yeah. So like when that negative goes to the denominator. So even though this is a negative number on the numerator, it doesn't affect it. It's only when you divide or multiply that number there as a negative. Okay, so you're just divide. Oh, 3. Sorry. Oh, that's why you were shaking your head. Yeah, -3. How would I draw that number line? Yeah, so that open circle at -3 and point to the right. Good. Okay, I don't need you guys to like fill out all the numbers on the number line. That's just wasting time. That's just good. Let's do number 12. Okay, number 12. 4x plus 12 is less than or equal to 0. What do I do first? Subtract 12. Okay, so I have 4x less than or equal to 0 minus 12 is? And then I'm going to divide it by 4. So x is? So what's my answer? Is it less than or equal to or greater than or equal to? Less than. Doesn't change the sign. Doesn't change. Only when it's in the denominator. Like when you move it to the denominator. So like this number right here that I'm moving is still a positive number. So then it doesn't. Only when I move a negative. So here I have again -3 pointing to the left. Okay, what's wrong with my diagram? Fill in that circle is a closed circle. Good job. Okay, last example. Let's do one. This one. Let's do 26. Okay, let's do number 26. What do I move first? Move that 8 over. Becomes -8. So I have -4x greater than. And then divided by -4. So what is x? Yeah, so then the sign changes to less than, and it's -3. So it doesn't change the sign, it only changed the direction. So 12 divided by -4 gives you -3. So then -3, your arrow points to the left. All right? So that was a quick 12-minute lesson because we ran out of time. For homework tonight is to do these questions. Okay, so I did 3 for you guys already. There's not a lot. It's pretty fast. I think you guys can finish the homework in 10-15 minutes max. There are 2 word problems on the bottom right here. Try it out. We'll take it up beginning of class tomorrow. All right, so just to show you guys where to find the homework. So content, chapter 4, and then inequality, this right here. Okay, it's called inequality, this. And if you skip to page 3 and 4 are the homework. I will do homework check tomorrow because I want to see if you guys understand this lesson. I didn't get a chance to see you guys do it in class. So I will do homework check tomorrow. Content, chapter 4, inequality. Okay? Thank you.